Hey, welcome back to my kitchen. It's your host, Chef Twiggy. Today we're going to do some chocolate robin's nest. Something for Easter, something for kids. And once again, thank y'all for 100 subscribers. Let's get started. Yep, so for today's ingredients for our chocolate robin's nest, we're going to need some chocolate. I'm using milk chocolate. We got some white chocolate. You're going to need some speckled jelly eggs, some pretzels, a little bit of olive oil, and this is completely optional, but some food coloring. Let's get started. Yep, so first things first, we gotta prep our ingredients, and first up is our pretzels. These are about 3 inches in length, and I want them about half that size, so I'm gonna separate them and chop them. Now I chose today's recipe for Easter, something that you can enjoy with kids, adults alike, anybody can make this. Super simple, and it could bring anybody together. I mean, who doesn't love chocolate and pretzels? Yep, so now that we separated our pretzels, time to chop them. Cut them in half, lengthwise. And be careful when you're chopping pretzels, they kind of have the tendency to fly everywhere. So be wary. Yep, so we chopped up the pretzels, separate them in a bowl, so when we do eventually create these chocolate robin's nests, it'll be easier and everything's just set aside. Yep, let's put that on the side. Alright, so our next thing to prep is our double boilers for our chocolate. So a double boiler is basically just a pot with enough water in it so when it boils, the steam from it's going to hit the bowl, but the water does not hit the bowl. And that's going to melt the chocolate. We're not going to put it on direct heat, we're going to put it on indirect heat. Yep, so we prepped up our double boilers. We're going to add our milk chocolate and our white chocolate. Just throw them in there. Make sure you keep them separate. You don't want to add the white to the milk and then discolor everything. Or you don't want to add the milk to the white. Yep, so now we got our oil. Put it in the chocolate. And you're probably wondering, why are you putting olive oil in the chocolate? So when you're melting chocolate and it hardens up again after you melted it, it loses its shine in a way. Like it's not shiny at all. But when you add oil to it, it keeps that sleek, shiny look. And it just makes everything just look that much better. Just trust the process. Yep, so we're going to do those on a medium heat. Alright, see you over there. Alright, so now that our water's coming up to temp, we're going to add our bowls on top of the pot. Grab 2 different spoons. Yep, and then just stir them a little bit. Make sure that oil covers every single chocolate piece. Or most of them. Yep. Stir the white chocolate. Alright, after stirring occasionally for a couple minutes, and make sure you do stir occasionally, or else it'll burn, you're going to have melted chocolate. Now at this point, it's not fully melted, which is okay because when we take it off the heat, since it's still hot, it's going to fully melt all the chocolate pieces that didn't melt. So you pretty much melted all the chocolate pieces in the milk chocolate. Alright, turn off the heat. Now that we got both of our chocolates, let's prep them so we could add our pretzels in there. Alright, grab our pretzels, add half of that to the milk, half of that to the white. Give those a quick stir. Make sure each piece of the pretzels are coated evenly with chocolate. Yep, do the same thing with the milk chocolate. Alright, they're good. We're going to get a muffin tin now. Spray it with a little bit of non-stick spray. And now we're ready to build. Grab little spoonfuls. Place them in each of the little tins. Alright, and just spread them around. Repeat the same process until you fill all the molds with the chocolates. Now this is a great recipe if you have kids, know somebody that has kids. It's super easy, simple, and it makes for really great memories. It's always fun teaching kids how to make candy or chocolates. Oops, now we're doing the white chocolate. Now for the white chocolate, I made them kind of a little bit thicker. As far as when I say thick, I mean like the pretzel pieces kind of jut out. Yep, so now we could add a little bit of our food coloring. I chose blue. Mix that with white chocolate. Yep. I didn't mix it fully because I wanted like a tie-dye effect. You can always separate the white chocolate into smaller bowls, have a bunch of different colors. Yep, so for the last two, I did like a blue base, and then I topped it off with the milk chocolate. Yep, so at this point, you're going to want to put them in the freezer for a little bit. Kind of harden up, not fully, because we still got to add our eggs. Alright, now there's been a few minutes. Let's take our robin's nest out of the freezer. Let's grab our speckled jelly eggs. And then gently place them on there. Smush them down a little bit. And then we're going to pop these bad boys back in the freezer once we're done. You could always use different kinds of chocolate. Today I was using Toll House for the milk chocolate and some Ghirardelli for the white chocolate. What do you guys like making around Easter? Alright, now that each nest has some eggs, let's pop them in the freezer. You could always make these ahead of time. Keep them in the freezer for a little bit. Yep. Now that it's been enough time, I kind of want some chocolate nests. Take them out. Since we use Pam, they should just pop right out. Yep, so let's demonstrate. Pop. 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 You would think that it would kind of just like stick on there really hard, but with that Pam, it just glides out. Now, if you want the best effect as far as the chocolate nests go to make them look super realistic, I would say use a cake pop pan. I didn't have one, I just had a mini muffin pan. Sometimes you just gotta work with what you got. As you can see throughout this whole video, I've just been snacking on everything. I mean, you gotta make sure it tastes good, right? Alright, now that our chocolate nests are done, plated, we're at the segment where we get to try what we made. Here's a little close-up. Man, those Easter colors always look really cool. Alright, which one? They were still frozen, but man, good. And there you have it, some easy chocolate robin's nests. Thanks again for watching. Thank you to all who subscribed. Hope you all have an amazing Easter. Yep, and then just because it's Easter, here's my bunny flower. Happy Easter.